In closing, the Panama Canal is vital to our economy, with over 75% of its traffic bound for our ports. Safeguarding the ACP's independence and addressing the challenges posed by the broader government are essential to maintaining U.S. competitiveness in the global economy. I look forward to your questions.
The deal was that, they have to treat us fairly. They don't treat us fairly. They charge more for our ships than they charge for ships of other countries. They charge more for our Navy than they charge for navies of other countries. They laugh at us because they think we're stupid, but we're not stupid anymore. So the Panama Canal is under discussion with them right now. They violated every aspect of the agreement, and they've morally violated it also. And they want our help because it's leaking and not in good repair. And they want us to give $3 billion to help fix it. I said, well, why don't you get the money from China? Because China's basically taken it over. China's at both ends of the Panama Canal. China's running the Panama Canal.
We're here today to examine a monument to American ingenuity, the Panama Canal. Senator Moreno down there suggested we open the hearing by playing Van Halen and Panama. We may not do that, but between the American construction of the Panama Canal, the French effort to build an isthmus canal, and America's triumphant completion of that canal, the major infrastructure projects across Panama cost more than 35,000 lives. For the final decade of work on the Panama Canal, the United States spent nearly $400 million, equivalent to more than $15 billion today. The Panama Canal proved a truly invaluable asset, sparing both cargo ships and warships the long journey around South America. When President Carter gave it away to Panama, Americans were puzzled, confused, and many outraged. With the passage of time, many have lost sight of the canal's importance both to national security and to the U.S. economy. Not President Trump. When he demanded fair treatment for American ships and goods, many in the media scoffed. But the Panama Canal was not just given away. President Carter struck a bargain. He made a treaty. And President Trump is making a serious and substantive argument that that treaty is being violated right now. This committee has jurisdiction under the Senate rules over the Panama Canal, and today we will examine evidence of potential violations. President Trump has highlighted two key issues. Number one, the danger of China exploiting or blocking passage through the canal. And number two, the exorbitant costs for transit. Chinese companies are right now building a bridge across the canal at a slow pace so as to take nearly a decade. And Chinese companies control container ports at either end. The partially completed bridge gives China the ability to block the canal without warning. And the ports give China ready observation posts to time that action. This situation, I believe, poses acute risks to U.S. national security. Meanwhile, the high fees for canal transit disproportionately affect Americans because U.S. cargo accounts for nearly 3/4 of canal transits. U.S. Navy vessels pay additional fees that apply only to warships. Canal profits regularly exceed $3 billion. This money comes from both American taxpayers and consumers in the form of higher costs for goods. American tourists aboard cruises, particularly those in the Caribbean Sea, are essentially captive to any fees Panama chooses to levy for canal transits. And they have paid unfair prices for fuel bunkering at terminals in Panama as a result of government-granted monopoly. Panama's government relies on these exploitative fees. Nearly 1/10 of its budget is paid for with canal profit. As those fees cascade through the American economy and the federal fisc, the Chinese Communist Party advances its global economic contest against the United States and takes a militaristic interest in the canal. While President Trump has rightly focused on these key issues, there are additional problems. In the last 2 years, the Canal Authority generated record revenue even while transits were depressed by drought conditions. And the only comfort to delayed and overcharged ships is that Panama may invest in more freshwater reserves in the future. Even as it takes advantage of the global maritime system, Panama has emerged as a bad actor. Panama has for years flagged dozens of vessels in the Iranian Ghost Fleet, which brought Iran tens of billions of dollars in oil profits to fund terror across the world. And Chinese companies have won contracts, often without fair competition, as the infamous Belt and Road Initiative has come to Panama. China often engages in debt trap diplomacy to enable economic and political coercion. In Panama, it also seems to have exploited simple corruption.
You don't get this information without supporting journalists and independent media that are delivering. The Rebel delivers it. Tucker Carlson delivers it. Elon Musk has the biggest megaphone. You supported Trump. He got in there. InfoWars needs your support. All right? We are winning. We are dominating. We're reaching over 100 million views a day just on X alone, 450 radio stations. But I am fighting the Democrat Party law firm, the main one with Hillary and all of them, Aiken Gump, the ones that sued Trump, the ones that sued Giuliani, the ones, they spent $326 million in federal filings 2 months ago in the last 7 years trying to shut me down. If I spent the time with the filings, the suits, the attacks, but we're now beating them on every front because I've got good lawyers and we're going after them. So that is the cost of us staying on air and fighting. Okay, we would have zero financial issues if we weren't spending 70% of the funds beating them. And if I had even more funds, we'd beat them quicker. So we're not selling bugs. We're selling concentrated known superfoods like Irish sea moss, the strongest out there, incredible effects, the strongest turmeric formula with concentrate, the strongest you're going to get of not just turmeric, but of ginger, black pepper extract. It's an incredible thing, not just for your immune system and inflammation. My skin is glowing. Why am I so healthy? I'm gobbling these supplements. TheAlexJonesStore.com. And again, bugs are toxic. Their exoskeleton, chitin, is a known carcinogen. So there's a lot to this. Well, we need your support so we don't eat the bugs, literally. So we're fighting them on every front. TheAlexJonesStore.com. There's a big sale going that ends Monday right now, up to 40% off on top of the sales. Become a VIP member for $30 a month. Cancel any time and get $40 a month to spend in the store, plus special deals, special offers, and special products only available to VIP members. Everybody become a VIP member. TheAlexJonesStore.com. Funding the Second American Revolution and winning worldwide.